After hundreds of hours of playing this game, I feel like I would remember seeing a T-Rex's insides go for a swim, so this has to be something new. What? Oh! What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, that game with many warring factions, but one commonly shared theme, what I like to call the Gumby race. Now, don't ask me how these boneless idiots rose to the top, okay? I don't get it, but it is undeniable, right? Like, 95% of the units in this game are some kind of variation of this. They've been the dominant species since the very beginning. But I get the feeling today that's gonna change. After downloading the Animal Kingdom mod, we now have access to stuff like the Klecken. I'm not really sure what a Klecken is, or what it wants. Part of me wants to say that it's about to tell us to follow our nose to sugary cereal, but another part of me thinks it's just really excited to eat somebody's face. Oh, this is too perfect. Usually when I get new units in this game, I have to make them face off against one another in the sandbox. You know, I have to come up with my own battles. But for some reason, I'm allowed to use the Animal Kingdom in the official Landfall campaign. So we're gonna have these prehistoric chickens face off against the Tree Tribe, which seems awful fitting, especially because I can afford exactly 5 of them. Too perfect. I'm sure they're gonna have a great time, even though that is a surprisingly big tribe. Oh, they can dodge, they can scream and terrify. To be fair, I thought they were the size of pigeons, not raptors. I would be pretty terrified too if a 6'3" bird screamed into my asshole before biting me. Something tells me those loincloths don't provide a whole lot of protection against a microwave oven-sized beak. Moving on to a level called Hay and Pitchfork. Like, this is the perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. Like, how did these nincompoops become apex predators? It doesn't make any sense. Because, like, they knew they were gonna be attacked, clearly, but they thought to themselves, we don't need to spend any time making armor. We'll just use hay. We don't need to spend any time making weapons, we'll just use sticks. What we do need to spend our time on, though, is making sure we have a very intricate, artistic formation that represents who we are. That will intimidate the birds. I don't even think the Klecken can fly, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, it's got wings the size of a chicken, but a dumper the size of a Kardashian. Kinda hard to get off the ground. It seems to do a whole lot more running and screaming. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you guys regret your decision yet? Not really seeing that formation playing out. I am seeing some death shaking, though. That's interesting. Oh, that was a little back and forth there for a second. We scream at them and then they lie down, but sometimes they get back up. Other times they don't. If I was them, I wouldn't get back up. Next up, we have a level called Nothing to See Here, and this is a strategy that I can appreciate. So long as you guys don't try to attack, you should just hide there. How about we try another new animal? This thing is called the Daedon, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. It's got a dog's nose and ears, but then a pig's legs and hooves, and a YouTuber's thumbnail expression, so I'm really confused. Well, it looks like I can afford a pack of them. Do you think they roam in packs? Again, exactly 5. It's like it was meant to be. Even before the attack begins, I can see that they are built like a refrigerator in both size and, oh my god. I thought they would like bite and shake and maybe like split off, but no, they rammed through like rhinos. What the hell are these things? Well, after seeing what happened to the last guys, I can actually appreciate why all of you would be quivering in your sweater vests. But regardless, the world's smallest army would like to have a word with our golf cart-sized wolf pigs. I don't think you need to be a prehistoric rocket biologist to be able to guess where this is going, because my guys got pretty big mouths, and hobbits have pretty small heads. They're so weird, because they move like wobbly horses, but they throw stuff around like minotaurs. and they yodel like drunken farmers. What was that? On top of looking like bear pigs. Are you guys, okay, oh, there was one trapped underneath. Yeah, you know what, drowning would have been a better option. How have you people not learned your lesson yet? Like, I get it, the level's called All the Bones, and they're wearing animal bones, but they're not wearing my animal's bones, so they're gonna regret it. I think it might be about time the animal kingdom used a mixed army to send their message, so we can get a couple of the yodeling wolf pigs, as well as a few of the screaming chicken raptors, and that should be that. The animals are really strong, who would have guessed? Then again, we haven't really faced off against people with weapons. They mostly just have loincloths and sweater vests, so not really working out for them. Yeah, magic is also a problem. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we could always keep calling on higher parts of the food chain. This is called the Smilodon, which is very much like a saber-toothed tiger, but with a vibration setting. I'm gonna hope that these things are much smarter hunters, so if I spread them out, then maybe only one will get shish kebabbed? Or maybe they'll all decide to move at the speed of smell? Oh wait, our enemy isn't moving at all. Have they not seen us yet? They're prowling. They're sneaking up on the enemy. Is that even a thing? Or is it broken? Oh, no, they were surprised! They had no idea! We've never seen something like that before. And now they don't stand a chance because they had to kind of skewer us when we were crossing that open field. That's awesome. Oh, well, isn't that just cute? It seems like news of our progress is starting to spread. All of the various factions are setting aside their differences and joining forces against the animal kingdom. Well, they may be able to plan for our arrival, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna see us coming. I can only afford one Smilodon. Hopefully that's gonna be enough. Oh, there are a lot of them. But they don't see us. Can we spook some of them off the map? Smilodon? Ooh. What is that? After hundreds of hours of playing this game, I feel like I would remember seeing a T-Rex's insides go for a swim, so this has to be something new. What? Oh! This might be one of the most clever things I've ever seen in tabs. I just assumed that it was gonna be another secret unit. So, you know, when you find it, you unlock the unit, but when the game froze, I thought for a second, oh no, the mod is bugged or whatever, but it actually transported me to a unique level. This is called the Dragon's Den, and I have 40,000 gold to beat it, I assume, and that will let me unlock it. And I've got all these unique units in the new medieval faction to try to use. Let's go with a bunch of pikemen. And by a bunch, I mean like a lot of pikemen. I'm pretty sure if you want to kill a dragon, you gotta stab it in the heart. Pikemen might be able to pull that off. I have so much money though, I must need to use something bigger. Why don't we try, the Colossus? What is the Ooh, we've never seen you before. Well, that is also really friggin' cool. I'm not even gonna hazard a guess as to what these things do. But like, shout out to the blacksmith who managed to make a helmet to fit that minivan-sized head. I don't care if you guys stab the dragon or headbutt the dragon, but I just want you to do something other than be treated like a marshmallow by the dragon. Oh my god, there's so much fire. Okay, I'm really happy I chose a large unit, something that can actually grapple with the dragon, that seems to have the slightest ability to fly. Or maybe hop. It is a bit of a thick lizard. We're not doing particularly well, are we, guys? Yeah, this is not what I was hoping for. Is this thing gonna actually be a challenge? Maybe I need like a well-rounded army? I don't know. I don't like making well-rounded army. I like the memes. All right then, let's try something like the Illusionist. If we can put a couple of them up front, then I'm assuming they're gonna make a bunch of illusions. stuff for the dragon to roast that I don't really care about. I don't know, I haven't seen like 95% of these units before. I was planning on doing episodes looking at all of them, but now I'm kind of, well, thrown into the fire quite literally. I want ranged units, so we're gonna put hunters. Didn't think they were gonna leave their cabin and hunt dragon today, but you know what, tough titties. Maybe some horse knights? They can come riding in and try their best. The Colossus wasn't that bad. Wasn't that good, but it wasn't that bad. Anything else? Maybe a nun or two for reasons unknown? And some more range. Oh, we also have something called the dummy. That might also be pretty good for drawing his attention. All right, I'm not gonna take a look at all these units. We'll take a greater look at them in the future. Right now, we just, oh. The illusionists are making illusions underneath the dragon, which is screwing with it. It doesn't know how to turn and like look underneath it because of its fat rock neck. Rock as in Dwayne Johnson, not rock as in Boulder. That was flawless. So, do I get control of you now? It costs 15,000 gold, and oh my god, it is so much bigger than I thought it would be. And don't leave comments with "that's what she said," okay? It's 2021, we need to move on. We typically call a group of dogs a pack, and a group of fish a school. What do you think a dragon would call a group of hobbits? Probably lunch? Oh no. That went about as well as I had expected. Oh, you don't need to like spin around and stomp on their corpses, okay? It's actually you do. You're my kind of unit. I like you. For a second, I almost took the side of the hobbits there. Close one. This thing isn't just the top of the animal kingdom. It's close to the top of everything in this game. Like I could put it up against 3 ice giants, and that would probably still be unfair for the ice giants, maybe? See who wins out, hot or cold? Oh, yeah, the dragon does have a bit of a problem in that it's got a pretty big blind side. It can't really turn all that well, and doesn't seem to enjoy flying unless it's punched. Yeah, you know what, that wasn't necessarily as fair as I thought it was. I'm still impressed. I think the only thing that is disappointing about him is that he's really expensive and not technically part of the animal kingdom. I mean, let's be honest, he is the king of the animal kingdom, but I can't use him here. I could use 1 Daeodon and 1 Galekin. That's about it. It's not quite dragon level, but you guys are gonna have to make do. Oh. I never thought about how good the Daeodon would be here and the fact that it can freak out units and make them run off the edge. But if I had thought of that, we would have never spotted the dragon because I would have never looked down in that water, so I guess good thing for the Smilodon, really kind of recruiting for the cause. Only dual wielders, huh? Okay, I can see why that would be the case, but I don't know if this guy can see. What kind of crazy psychedelics has he been taking in the cave all night? Well, if they want to dual wield, I have an animal that's dual wielding. We got the giant bison. I don't know how giant he is, but he's very well made. All of these animals look fantastic. Oh, that's what they mean by giant. Yeah, he is like a minotaur on roids, which is surprising because the minotaur is like a cow on roids, so it's really come full circle. Do you think they can get pissed? Do you think if I was the blue team and the enemy was the red team, that would anger them even more? I lost one already? What? That doesn't make any sense. Their skin is supposed to be so thick that like animals can't bite through it. How did these idiots with rocks tied to sticks manage to beat us? I guess that wasn't entirely fair. I did have $1,200 unspent, which is 2 more very strong units. Let's see if that helps even things a little bit. We might be able to freak out all of the Vikings and then focus on, oof. Okay, yeah, if they live long enough to actually get a good goring in, then there are problems for the enemy. Some of them are actually getting caught on the horns as well. They're going for a ride. It's amazing what a couple of dodos managed to do when making a difference. As much as I would love to continue beating down on the base game's campaign using the Animal Kingdom, I feel like people would be upset if I didn't try out the dragon a little bit more. I want to see if he can survive a ballista bolt. I get the feeling he might be able to kill the ballista before it fires. His fire is quite a bit faster and further and hotter. That doesn't really help with our experimentation though, so I'm gonna stick him back there, hope that he can't move, or at the very least his fire can't reach fast enough. Okay, you really gotta shoot that thing. Come on, shoot! Well, do I need to physically hold the dragon in place? Because I could do that. Is it the flag bearer or the banner bearer that does that? I think it's the banner bearer. We will quickly find out if I was wrong. Can I even place this thing close enough? Did that work? Oh, it worked. Okay, he's held in place and he can't reach you. So you got all the time in the world to smack him right between the eyes, and he didn't even frown. Okay, so it survives 1 ballista bolt, 2 ballista bolts. That's a problem. When I nickname a unit the God Killer, and this thing can survive 2 God Killer shots, 3 God Killer shots, yeah, this might be a little bit too strong. I can't believe this. Like, I've been sitting here for minutes now watching this thing get pegged in the face over and over again, and it's been pissed off enough to start flying. That's kind of cool. So maybe when it takes enough damage, it takes off? Either way, it's landed again and getting ready to go back to taking all that sweet chin music. So stupid. Funny enough, the greater dragon isn't the only dragon we've seen in this game. We also have the ender dragon, which is, well, far less intimidating, but 3v1, the numbers are definitely there. Should I be blurring this? Is this dragon breeding? I'm sure there's some kind of furry out there that will be able to confirm or deny. Wait, you wouldn't call them furries, would you? Scalies? I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. Oh no. Why do I always say that? Rabbit hole. Very different meaning to people who are or aren't furries. Can we please just kill one another and move on? Like, are we freezing? Are we burning? Are we stuck in the geometry of the game? You're not dead, but I want to say you're as good as dead. Interesting attack. If you can 9/11 a couple more of these guys, then I'd say we will be good to go. This is not working, or it is. Prove me wrong, Red Dragon wins. Alright, you know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. The Animal Kingdom is great. I just wish there were more units. There's only 4 plus the dragon, so maybe at some point we'll get like bigger units, smaller units, more of a range so that you can properly use them in all of the campaign levels. But for now, we still have all of those new medieval units. We have all of the new secret or hidden units that came with the mod. Like, I have so much stuff to do in tabs that if you guys want to see more, as always, be sure to leave a like in this video, leave a comment letting me know, and maybe the greater dragon will return to mess stuff up again. But thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.